But what can you say, man? I mean, you know, we did a great job tonight in the second half, and that's where this was done. So let's just start it here, man. The first half, it was a mess. We were a mess. We were absolutely putrid. Sloppy offense, no rhythm, no defensive intensity, none of that. It looked like one of those nights where the Knicks were going to lose and they were going to sleepwalk in Utah. And that's what it looked like in the first half. But you got to give the Knicks credit. In the second half, at the end of that third quarter, all right, the Knicks flipped the switch. And we dominated the basketball game with about 3 minutes left in that second quarter, okay? In that third quarter. So in the second half, overall, Knicks shot 69% tonight. 69%. All right? And 9 of 16 from three. That's what? 57% from three? All right? And they locked in, and they finished with 37 team assists. I believe that's third highest this year, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. And guess what? The Knicks are now 16-2. My favorite stat. When you get over 30 assists, when the Knicks record over 30 assists, it's almost an automatic win. So we moved to 16-2 on the season with 30 plus assists. And that tells you everything you need to know about the team. When the ball moves, when everybody eats, the Knicks are extremely hard to beat. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. And the story of the game, ball movement. Ball movement, ball movement. It all happened in the second half. Okay? That's how we got the 37 team assists. We were playing hero ball in that first half. Didn't look good. Isolation ball, not looking good. Very stagnant. But in the second half, a light went off. And we had constant ball movement and trust. And when this team plays like that, you start getting open threes. You start getting easy cuts. You get transition hoops, which we saw. Points off of turnovers. Second chance points. And just constant ball movement and constant trust. And you had that. And you had that in the bench. You had that off the bench in particular. Because Brunson wasn't that good in the first half. He was pretty bad. And when this team plays like that, you start getting those open threes and the easy cuts and the points in transition. The game gets out of reach, and it gets out of reach real quick. And that's how we won by 17 points. Like Jimmy said, we covered the spread. Spread tonight was 14 points. So, player breakdowns. Listen, Brunson wasn't good in the first half. I'm going to be honest. He wasn't. But he finished with 28 and 8. And he completely controlled the game in the second half. And that's what leaders and that's what your captain's supposed to do. When the game looked early ugly, Brunson, he settled everything down at the end of that game. And that's what matters. OG Anunoby, 22 points. Another quiet night, 22 points. Who would have known he scored 22? You wouldn't have known that if you just... Like, I watched the game. I would have said he scored maybe 16. But he scores efficiently. And you never have to worry about OG's effort defensively. And he's always going to be playing physical. And that's what you love about OG. And that's what you like about this team. And then there's Cat. He had 21 and 7. Solid. Efficient. Didn't force anything. He just let the offense come to him. He shot his shots and he made his shots. Good job by him. And the biggest story of the game, player of the game, Jordan Clarkson. This was the big one. 27 points and 5 offensive rebounds. That's how we got our second chance points. Best game of the season by Jordan Clarkson by far. Now, if you want to say maybe the cup game, you want to throw that in because it was worth more, it wasn't against Utah, okay. But offensively, defensively, and just being engaged, this is Jordan Clarkson's best game in a long time. And it was nice to see him play this way. It was nice because we needed this. And if we want to go on that finals run, guess what? You're going to need Jordan Clarkson. You're going to need games like this from him in the playoffs. And you know what? We might get it. Might get a game here and there. You never know. Playoffs are crazy. Guys like Campaign go off in the playoffs. And what was the other story of the game tonight? Bench domination. Knicks bench had 47 points tonight. And that was with 3 minutes left. I don't know what they ended up with. But we had 47 points with 3 minutes left in the game. Might have scored 50, but that's insane production. Diawara gave you 10 points, and he gave you that highlight Euro step that's going to be replayed over and over tomorrow on the timeline. Alvarado chipped in 7 assists. That's winning basketball. That's everybody contributing. That's what you want. So shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to their bench. And let's not forget about the big dog, Mitchell Robinson. Mitch doing Mitch things. 13 rebounds, 5 offensive, protecting the glass as usual, protecting possessions, getting second chance opportunities. Great job by Mitch. Great job by Mitch. Great job, as always. But the one downside to this game, all right, the Mikal Bridges problem. He's had now 4 bad games in a row. 5 points tonight by him. And a team worse, minus 13. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this anymore. Listen, I know we gave up 5 first-round picks for this guy. And right now, he looks like a role player. He has to be better. He has to be way more aggressive. He has to be way more impactful. Because nights like this from Bridges cannot happen in the playoffs. It can't. If it happens, we're screwed. We're done. We're not going anywhere. So I'm going to hold Jordan Clarkson accountable. Bad game. Do better. I'm not going to put up the picks because we all know what we gave up for him. But 5 points. What do you have the last 2 games? 7. Inefficient. Letting his guys score on him. Not good. Not good. But let's talk about the big picture. Despite the ugly start, this is what exactly good teams do. They adjust, they respond, and they close games. It's that simple. Hold on, I got Mike Brown. Let me get Mike Brown here, but I have to pause it because I cannot show him on YouTube. So give me 1 second as I'll get the Mike